You ever sit in a room so quiet you can hear your own heartbeat? Feel it thumping in your chest, mocking you with every beat. It's almost as if it's reminding you. It's almost as if it's reminding you, hey, you're still alive. But here's the real question. Why are you here, sitting in silence, swallowing every insult, every betrayal, every knife they've shoved into your back, pretending it doesn't hurt? I know who you are. Oh, I've seen your type before. You're the silent one. The one who lets it all slide, thinking they'll see your worth someday. That they'll wake up, realize the damage they've done, and regret it all. Let me stop you right there. They won't. They don't care. You see, the world doesn't listen to whispers. It listens to explosions. And right now, you're nothing but a whisper. But here's the thing they don't want you to know. Your silence, it's not a weakness. It's a weapon, one they're not ready for. The quiet ones, they scare the loudest mouths. They just don't see it yet. And neither do you, because you've spent too much time being afraid of them. Look at yourself. You're sitting there, letting them walk all over you, aren't you? They talk behind your back, laugh at your failures, and you just smile. You pretend it doesn't sting. But let me tell you something. It does sting. And that sting, that's your soul, begging you to wake up, to stop being their punching bag and start being their nightmare. Do you think they'll feel bad for you? That one day they'll wake up and say, oh, maybe we were too harsh. And no, they won't. People don't regret stepping on ants. They regret stepping on snakes. And right now, you're not even a bug. You're dust. You're dust. But an invisible. Forgettable. You can turn it all around. The only thing you have to do is stop caring about what they think. Their opinions. They're nothing but rusty chains, holding you down, convincing you you're not good enough. But here's the truth. You are good enough. You just have to stop trying to prove it to them. The thing about silence is that it makes people uncomfortable. They thrive on reactions, on noise, on drama. But you're going to give them nothing. No screams, no tears, no begging. Just silence. Cold, hard, terrifying. You know why I'm telling you this. It's not because I care about you. Don't get it twisted. I'm telling you this because I love chaos. And nothing creates chaos like someone who's had. Nothing creates chaos like someone who's had. Picture it. The next time they try to cut you down, you don't flinch. You don't argue. You just stare. And then when they least expect it, you hit them where it hurts. No, that's too predictable. You hit them with success, with silence, with a smile that says, I know what you did, but I'm still here. That will drive them insane. Because here's the truth. They don't hate you because you're weak. They hate you because they see what you could become. They see the fire, the storm, the chaos you're bottling up inside, and it terrifies them. They're scared of you. Scared that one day you'll wake up and realize you don't need them. You never did. Wake up. Let your silence speak for you. Let it scream louder than any words ever could. Let it tell them, I don't need you. I don't need you. I never did. And when they finally hear it, and when they finally hits them, they'll crumble. They'll realize too late what they lost. But by then, you won't care. You'll be too busy living the life they said you could never have. So stay silent, not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough to let your actions speak for you. And when they finally listen, oh, they'll regret every word, every laugh, every insult they ever threw your way. You still think they'll change, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. You're clinging to this laughable fantasy that if you just keep playing nice, keep taking the punches, eventually they'll stop. They won't. They never will. Do you know why? Because people are selfish. They'll take and take and take and take until there's nothing left of you. And even then, they'll blame you for breaking. That's the game. And you've been playing it like a fool. Look at you, sitting there hoping for a savior, hoping someone will pull you out of the hole you're in. But here's the truth, darling. No one's coming. No one's going to save you. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll understand what you need to do. You don't climb out of the hole by waiting. You claw your way out with bloodied hands and broken nails. You fight, not because you think you'll win, but because you refuse to lose. And here's the funny part. When you finally make it out, when you finally stand at the top of the world, the same people who pushed you down will be the first to reach out. They'll pretend they were always on your side. They'll pretend they were always on your side. They'll act like they cared. But by then it won't matter, because you'll know the truth. You didn't need them. You never did. So wake up. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Let the silence do the talking. Let your success be the chaos that shakes their world. And when they come crawling back, begging to be a part of it, begging to be a part of it, just smile. Not because you need them, but because you don't. They'll tell you they were rooting for you all along. They'll reach out their hands, offering empty words, pretending they were always in your corner. But you won't forget, will you? No, no. You'll remember every insult, every sneer, every time they turn their backs on you. And you'll smile, not out of kindness, but because you'll know their regret is the sweetest revenge. But let me warn you, this path, it's not for the faint of heart. It's dark, it's lonely, and it's filled with pain. And it's filled with pain, the kind of pain that makes you question everything, makes you wonder if it's even worth it. Let me make this clear, it is. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night, it's all worth it, because the alternative, staying where you are, stuck, powerless, forgotten. You think they don't notice you now? You think you're invisible? Oh, they see you. They see you clearly. They see you clearly. They see your potential, your strength, your fire. And it burns them because they know they can't control it. That's why they try to snuff it out. But you're not going to let them, are you? No. You're going to take that fire and let it consume you. You're going to let it turn you into something they can't ignore. That's the secret. The only way to make them see you is to become undeniable. You want them to regret underestimating you. Don't shout. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't beg. Just be better. Be smarter. Be stronger. Be so damn good that they can't look away. Let your success drown out their laughter. Let your silence deafen their taunts. And when they finally see what you've become, oh, the look on their faces will make it all worth it. Because here's the thing about silence. It's louder than any scream, louder than any argument. Silence forces them to listen, forces them to listen. And when they do, when they finally see you for what you are, they'll understand they never should have messed with you in the first place. You think this is harsh. You think I'm being cruel. No, this isn't cruelty. This is reality. And reality doesn't care about fairness. It doesn't care about fairness. It cares about feelings. It cares about survival. And if you want to survive, if you want to thrive, you have to stop caring too. You have to let go of the need to be liked, to be understood, to be accepted. Because the moment you stop seeking their approval, the moment you stop playing by their rules, you'll realize something incredible. You don't need them. You never did. Everything you've been searching for, strength, confidence, power, it's been inside you all along. You just have to find it. And when you do, when you finally step into the person you were meant to be, they won't know what hit them. They'll look at you and see everything they tried to destroy, everything they thought they had crushed, and they'll realize, too late, that they never stood a chance. Let them think you're weak. Let them think you're nothing. Because one day, your silence will speak volumes they can never ignore. Still here? Still listening? That's good. Most people would walked away by now. They don't like the truth. It makes them squirm, makes them uncomfortable. But not you. No. You're still here. No, you're still here. You want more, don't you? That's the thing about people like you. You don't quit. Even when the whole world is screaming at you to give up, you don't. And that's what makes you dangerous. Because the world, it hates persistence. It hates resilience. It hates people who refuse to stay down. But here's the catch. Persistence without action is worthless. It's just wasted energy. You can't sit there hoping for things to change. You have to make them change. You have to grab life by the throat and say, "This is mine." You think the world's gonna hand you anything. You think it's just gonna wake up one day and decide to be fair? Fairness is a joke. A lie they tell you to keep you in line. There's no fairness, no justice. There's only power. And the ones who have it, they're not gonna give it up without a fight. So fight. Fight for what's yours. Fight for what they said you couldn't have. Fight for every dream, every goal, every ounce of happiness they tried to take from you. And don't you dare stop until you get it. But here's the thing about fighting. It's not always loud. It's not always flashy. Sometimes the strongest fight is the one no one sees. The one where you keep your head down, keep building, while they're too busy laughing to notice what you're becoming. And then one day, they'll look up and realize you're not the same person they used to mock. You're not the same person they used to control. You're not the same person they used to control. You've changed, you've grown, you've become something they can't touch. And that moment is beautiful. Because that's when they'll start to fear you. Not because you hurt them, no, but because you've surpassed them. Because you've shown them what it means to rise above. But don't get comfortable. Don't let their fear fool you into thinking you've won. The moment they see you rising, they'll try to pull you back down. They'll spread lies. They'll spread lies. They'll sabotage you. They'll do everything in their power to stop you. And that's when you smile. That's when you show them nothing they do can touch you. That no matter how hard they try, you're already too far ahead. The key isn't just to win. It's to win so completely that they can't even dream of stopping you. to win so decisively that they have no choice but to respect you. Even if they hate you, and you'll do it, I know you will, because you have something they don't. You have the fire, the hunger, the drive to keep going no matter how many times they knock you down. Let them call you crazy. Let them call you obsessive. Let them call you whatever they want. But there's one thing they'll never call you. Weak. Because weakness is a choice. And you're anything but weak. You've got the strength to endure, the courage to stand tall in the silence, the deafening silence. The deafening silence that will haunt them for the rest of their lives. So let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them laugh. Let them underestimate you. Because one day they'll see the truth. One day they'll see you for who you really are. And when that day comes, your silence will speak volumes they can never ignore. They'll tell you they were rooting for you all along. They'll act like they were always on your side. But you won't forget. No, you'll remember every insult, every knife they twisted in your back. And when you smile, it won't be out of kindness. It'll be because you know their regret is the greatest revenge. But listen, this path, it's not for the weak. It's dark. It's lonely. It's filled with pain. The kind of pain that digs into your soul, makes you question everything, makes you wonder if it's even worth it. Let me tell you something. It is. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night, it's all worth it. Because the alternative, staying where you are, stuck, powerless, forgotten. You think they don't see you? That they don't notice? Oh, they see you. They see your potential. They see the fire burning inside you. And it burns them. It eats them alive because they know they can't control it. That's why they try to snuff it out. But you're not going to let them, are you? No. You're going to take that fire and let it consume you. You're going to let it forge you into something they can't ignore. That's the secret. You don't fight them with noise, with shouting, or with begging. You fight by becoming undeniable. You want them to regret underestimating you. Don't waste your breath. Don't argue. Don't even flinch. Just rise. Be smarter. Be stronger. Be stronger. Be so good, so powerful, that they can't look away. Let your success drown out their laughter. Let your silence deafen their taunts. And when they finally see what you've become, their shock, their regret, it'll be worth every ounce of pain they caused. Because here's the truth about silence. It's louder than any scream. It forces them to listen, forces them to listen. And when they finally see you for what you are, they'll understand they never stood a chance. You think I'm being cruel, don't you? You think this is harsh? No, this isn't cruelty. This is reality. And reality doesn't care about fairness or feelings. It cares about survival. If you want to survive, if you want to thrive, you have to stop caring too. You have to let go of the need to be liked, to be understood, to be accepted. Because the moment you stop chasing their approval, the moment you stop playing by their rules, you'll realize something incredible. You don't need them. You never did. Everything you've been looking for, the strength, the confidence, the power, it's been inside you all along. You just had to find it. And when you do, when you finally step into the person you were born to be, They'll look at you and see everything they tried to destroy, and they'll realize, too late, that they never had the power to break you. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. Because every insult, every betrayal, every scar, it's all fuel. Fuel to push you further, to make you stronger, to build something they can't tear down. They think they're hurting you, but they're only shaping you, forging you. When the time comes, when you finally unleash everything you've been building inside, they won't know what hit them. They won't know what hit them. They'll look at you and see the truth they've been running from. They were never strong enough to destroy you. Let them talk. Let them spread their lies. Let them try to drag you down. Every word they speak, every move they make is just digging their own graves. And you'll stand there, silent, waiting. Because silence isn't weakness. Silence is patience. It's power. It's the calm before the storm. And now, the storm is here. But listen closely. This doesn't end with them. The real battle. It's not against the world. It's not against the ones who hurt you. It's inside you. That voice in your head, the one that whispers, "You're not good enough. You'll never make it." That voice, that's the real enemy. But here's the thing. It's a lie. It's not even your voice. It's theirs. It's the echoes of their insults, their doubts, their lies. And you believed it for far too long. But not anymore. No, not anymore. You want to silence that voice. Prove it wrong. Every single day. Wake up and do the things it says you can't. Take every doubt. Take every doubt. Every fear, every insecurity, and turn them into ammunition. Don't run from your demons. Face them. Look them in the eye and say, "You don't own me anymore." Because here's the truth. They're betting everything on you giving up. They're hoping you'll break under the weight of it all. But you're not going to give them that satisfaction. You're going to rise. Not because it's easy, not because it's fair, but because you refuse to let them win. When you rise, when you stand tall and show them who you've become, they'll try to pull you back down. They'll remind you of who you used to be, of your mistakes, your failures. But it won't matter, because by then you'll be untouchable. Their words, their opinions, their insults, they won't define you. They never did. You define you. And that terrifies them. The idea that you might stop playing by their rules, stop seeking their approval, keeps them up at night. So let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. Every word they speak is just giving you more fuel, more fire, more reason to keep going. One day, they'll look at you and realize they never stood a chance. Because your silence, your strength, your unshakable will, it's louder than any scream. It's more powerful than any word. And it's something they'll never be able to ignore. So drop the weight you've been carrying. Let go of the anger, the resentment, the guilt. Not for them, never for them, but for yourself. Because the best revenge, it's not tearing them down. It's showing them they don't matter. Showing them they don't own you. Showing them they didn't own you. Showing them they didn't break you. They made you. Every lie, every betrayal, every scar, it all made you stronger, tougher. Let them live in the past. Let them laugh behind your back. While they're busy playing their games, you'll be building your future. And when they finally look up and see what you've become, they'll realize something they'll never admit. Their hate, their lies, their attempts to destroy you, they were never enough. Because you're not just surviving, you're thriving. And there's nothing they can do to stop you.